Right? 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 I have a joke for that, but I don't think you're ready for that kind of gospel yet. And then after the C-section thing, I'm gonna reel it back. Church don't want to. So he tells Eve, he says, you know, I'm gonna in pain. Church, in pain. Church. So Genesis chapter 4, verse 1 through 10. Now Adam and Eve and his wife. Now this is before Eve becomes a mother. She's still just a wife. She's still just Eve, and she's experiencing the things of this world. And in verse 4 it says, now Adam and Eve and his wife, and she conceived and bore Cain, and said, I have acquired a man from the Lord. Then she bore again, this time his brother Abel. Now Abel was the keeper of sheep, but Cain a tiller of the ground. And in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought an offering of the fruit of the ground to the Lord. Let me stop you there. Some theologians believe that Cain and Abel were twins, because Adam came into Eve only once, but she bore 2 children. So he didn't say he came into Eve and she bore Abel, and then she came back into Eve and she bore Cain, or flip it, or however. But they believe that they were twins, because he only came into her once, and then she delivered 2 children. So they believe that they were twins. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever had twins or are a twin, but man, can you imagine wanting only 1 baby and the doc says you got 2? I'll be like, hold on, Lord, take 1 baby. Wait. I'll take 1 now, I'll come back for the other one when I'm financially stable. So she says, but Cain was the tiller of the ground. In the process of time came to pass that Cain brought an offering of the fruit of the ground to the Lord. Abel also brought of the firstborn of his flock, of their fat, and the Lord respected Abel and his offering, but he did not respect Cain and his offering, and Cain was very angry, and his countenance fell. Now the reason that the Lord accepted Abel's and not Cain's was because Abel's was an offering of blood. He brought the sheep, and they slaughtered the sheep. And for any remission of sin, there must be blood shed. You must be covered in the blood. You must be covered in the blood. If God is ever going to forgive you of your sin, you have to have a blood sacrifice. That's why Jesus died on the cross and he bled so you can be put under the blood. Can you say amen? And the other brother brought fruit, and it was not a blood sacrifice, so God didn't honor it. And it upset the brother. So the Lord said to Cain, why are you angry? And why is your countenance fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin lies at the door, and its desire is for you, but you should rule over it. Let me tell you something, church. If you ain't doing right, sin lies at your doorstep, and it desires you. Have you ever had a desire for something? Have you ever woke up with something on your mind and fell asleep with something on your mind, and you wanted it, and you lusted after it, and you looked after it, and you sought after it? That's sin at your doorstep if you're doing wrong. But he says, if you're doing right, won't you be okay? So he says, and roll over it. Verse 8, now Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and killed him. Then the Lord said to Cain, where is Abel your brother? He said, I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, what have you done? You know what I think about that is God asks you, what have you done? And it's like, you know everything. You know what I did. Don't make me say it. Don't make me say it. He said, what did you do? He said, what have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. I can't imagine what Eve must have gone through, realizing that one of her twin boys murdered the other. So now she's not only out 1 son, but she's out 2 sons, because one is a murderer and one has been murdered. See, if somebody ever murdered somebody that I love, and you know what, most murders are crimes of passion. Most murders are by somebody that you know. See, because they hate you so bad. They know you. I hate what you do to me. I hate how you make me feel. Now, rather than to go to God and make the sacrifice right, he let the anger build up in him and killed his brother, not even consulting first with his mama. Now, the mama got to go and visit the one son in jail. Spiritual jail now. Spiritual jail. And got to bury the other son. Man, only a mama can do that. Only a mama can muster up the strength to go to one son and say, baby, I'm here for you. And then drive home by herself, mourning the death of her other son. See? See? No matter what a mother has to go through, she still has to survive. Even when a mom faces tragedy, she still has to find a way to make it. See, even when there ain't money, even when the bills ain't getting paid, even when there isn't you want to do so. I talked to a man the other day. He says, I was so good at baseball, and in high school I was so good at hockey, I was so good at sport. But when it came time to pay for my college so I can keep playing sports, my parents didn't have enough money for me to go and continue my career. And my heart broke. I said, I'm glad my kids don't play sports, church, because I don't have no money to say. I'm going in the back, be like, throw it to me, son. I'm going deep, baby. We're scoring touchdowns today. And I can imagine what a parent must feel like wanting, I don't know, it's something God got stuck. I got a word for you, okay? But we'll work on it. Inform it. Because you're not going to leave the way you came. Because you've been praying for things and you need things. There's answer. Always a question, isn't there? And then that gets answered in another question. And what's the question and answer for you in your heart today? So no matter what a mother has to go through, she still has to love up the babies. See, I'm an ex-addict and ex-gangbanger and ex-loser and ex-failure and all these things. And but mama still come in and make you play. I remember getting out of jail one time and got home and she saved me at like 11 o'clock at night. She saved me a plate. It's so good. My mom's cooking. She's so good. Although my wife, she's over there in church. So, I don't miss a lot of meals. And mamas come in and they find a way. They find a way to comfort their children in the midst of their own tragedy. See, when a man gets tragedy, he be like, oh, Lord, oh, babies, I don't know what we're going to do, babies. I don't know. I'm going to send you to grandmama's. I'm going to send you to uncles in Nebraska, baby, because I don't know what. But mamas be like, we going to survive, children. Get in here. Let's huddle up. Let's figure this out. You know what? You my son, and you my daughter, and if we hate that man today, we hate him together, and if we love him tomorrow, we'll love him tomorrow, and whatever you want, baby, if you're happy, I'm happy, and I just want you to be happy, and let's be happy, see? That's mamas. Now, daddies be like, I'm going to kill him. Where he at? I'm going to kill him. I know you love him. I'm going to kill all of them. I'm going to put them in pieces. I need to borrow your trunk because your trunk is bigger than my trunk, and who knows who's not going to be there. That's what daddies do. But mamas be like, come on. I know what it's like to fall in love with a loser. Come here, daddy was a loser. Come here, baby. Daddy do the same thing, run his mouth, don't say thank you, don't do no dishes. But mamas, now I go back to Eve because Eve is facing a tragedy here, and she still manages to live. Now, I don't know, we talk about being suicidal and homicidal now. Now, had my daughter killed my son or my son killed my daughter, I'd just be like, I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to kill mine. I can't deal with this is too much. But Eve just keep on living. Eve just keep on playing, keep on moving, keep on being a wife, keep on being a helper. Because in the beginning, God said, I'm going to use Eve to be a helper to you like only God can. Sometimes women just be saying things, mamas be saying things to children that only God can say to me. Like, get up on me, let me kiss your boo-boo, baby, let me dust you off. You so smart. You know your kids are dumb, and you be like, you so smart, baby. You so smart. Come here, smart child. Come here. You're the smartest one in the class, and you know, when he missed, the teacher don't call, you know, and you know, the little boy comes home, he says, Dad, they keep making fun of me because they say I have a big head, and he's crying, Dad, I have a big head, and the mama come over and she go, oh, Cabeza, it's okay. It's okay, Cabeza, you got a big head, baby, you know you got a big head. And you be talking to him like he don't have. But that's mamas. That's how God is. You know, when I stumble and I fall and I hurt myself and I failed and I made a mistake, God just come and love me up. He patched me up. He kissed me on my forehead and he tell me it's gonna be all right, and he just loved me up. You know, God be using words like bosom, and God be using words like womb, and God be using words like a mother's love, and God be using words like I'll never leave you nor forsake you. See, that's how mamas is. And so I'm really compassionate towards Eve at this moment in the tragedy of her failing children. Because I believe in Eve's eyes, who's a mother, children can't fail. They can't fail. See, that's why every time I feel like a failure, I go over to Mom and Dad's house. Be like, man, they fired me today again. And Dad and Mom be like, why they fire you? You the best. And you know, they didn't know you failed the drug test, and they didn't know you called in sick, and they didn't know, you know, you cursed out the boss, and they'd be like, baby, I'll hire you in a minute. You know, man, you go Mom and Dad's house, you know, you man, that girl hurt me again, that boy hurt me again. Mom just be, well, you know what, daughter, we just pray to God, you'll break his leg, or he get in an accident, God forbid he ever end up in a wheelchair, and me and you gotta take care of him, we'll show him, and that's how mamas be doing you, man. You walk out of there like, yeah, you know what I'm gonna call my mom. You ever done that? You ever just been in, I mean, like a brawl? Let me call my mama on you. I remember one time my mom stepped in front of a dude with a knife. She's like, I'm gonna touch my baby. I was like, you know, I should have said, don't touch my mom, but I was like, get it, Mom, get it. My mom's from the Northside Project. She was like, come on. She, you know, yeah, giving herself a tattoo in one hand and fighting off the, and I said, yeah, but that's what mamas do. Talk about laying their life down. You know, let a child have an issue. Mamas be like, I'll give blood, I'll give an organ, I'll give a heart, I'll give a lung, I'll give my brain, I'll give my eyes, whatever you need. Mamas just be like, whatever. And I'm really compassionate towards Eve. Mothers start their kids' life out by pushing them in travail and pain, pushing them. And they continue to push their children for the rest of their lives. And then they push them. It hurts me, but I'm going to push you. You ever have your kids ask you for money? Because if they do, my kids are going to ask you for money from now on. Amen? You're like, son, you know I don't got money, but she give her kids money. Go ahead. Right? Push. Pray until something happens. That's what mamas do. They push their children. They pray until something happens. Long after you passed out, long after you fell out, long after you broke curfew, long after you got sick, long after you got fired, some mamas just be on their knees saying, Lord, you made me a promise, and for 9 months I held him, and for 9 months I held her, and I know they're going to be something great. If they can just get through the storm, if they can just survive. You know, I think that for a mother, I think one of Eve's son's hearts was broken when God rejected his sacrifice. And I think when a mama sees her children's heart broke, how do you fix that? I wish for my children, I'm going to feel like applications. You want to date my son or my daughters, I got an application, and I got to do a credit check, and I got to, you know I got bad credit, and I'm trying to credit check you, amen? like, understand. Break the cycle. So, but they fall in love with who they fall in love with, but you still continue to love them.